Hello there, it's the end of day 99. I didn't get a chance to film this morning because I left camp by 5 a.m. and we had to do 18 miles before 2 p.m. with 4,000 feet of elevation gain because our boxes at Timberline Lodge, supposedly guest services closed at 2, but they were actually open until 4, but we didn't know that. So I ended up getting to Timberline Lodge by 12. Apparently we're in better shape than we thought we were. The others actually got there by 11. They kicked some butt. But yeah, got to Timberline Lodge in time to get my box. But funny story, when I was walking down to the porch of Timberline Lodge, a lady by the name of Yolanda greeted me. She's like, "Jessie, Jessie," and she recognized me from YouTube. It took me by surprise, but I thought it was so cool because I definitely did not expect to make friendships over making YouTube videos that I was honestly just making for my friends and family. But Yolanda and I spoke for a little while. She's section hiking part of the PCT with her husband and was spending the night at Timberline Lodge, and she recognized me. So how cool is that? I'll insert a picture of her here. But now I am rushing to camp. The sunset, oh, it's just gorgeous today. Let's see if I can get it focused. Look at that. As well as the sunrise was gorgeous. The hike up to Mount Hood, gorgeous. It was a great day. As if climbing 600 feet per mile isn't hard, throw in some sand. Whew. So happy to see water. It's about 90 degrees, and about a mile and a half back there was two guys walking a husky, and the husky looked like it was about having a heat stroke under a tree, so I gave my water to the husky instead. Whew. But now there's water. Never mind, didn't take that water because it's full of sand and silt, and that would really clog up my water filter. So I'm just going to push on another half mile or so to the lodge and get water there.
All I ask is that you plug mine in. Look at that line. This is beautiful. You seen this? I think on the maybe back there. Oh. Thank you. Thank you for pushing. Push it real good. That's what I'm saying. Like all the time that the good things happen is when you.
Hands down, the worst pitch of the trail. It's a shame you can't see it. Oh, you can kind of see that issue. If it rains, I'm screwed. Good morning. It is day 100. We are less than 50 miles from the border of Washington State. We should be in Cascade Locks tomorrow, where we're going to do a Nero and I'm gonna get a shower. Tomorrow will mark 8 days without a shower. I jumped in the lake once, and that's been about it. Thank God for baby wipes. I just met another lady who recognized me from YouTube. How wild is that? Now I gotta cross this creek. It might not be a dry crossing. Gotta cross dry. That's always good when you don't fall into a river in the morning. You probably can't see it. Let's see if I can get it in focus. But I've been walking on a ridge for the past 5 miles, and I think there's like 10 more miles along this ridge. It doesn't make for good videoing because you gotta look through the brush to see stuff. But it sure is pretty. There's a lot of lakes down there, big mountains, and you can still kind of see Mount Hood in the background. Other than flies, it's so quiet right now. Also, have you seen that mountain? It's about 6:30, 7 o'clock or so. I got to where we were gonna camp and my feet feel great. I'm not really tired. So I cooked a ramen bomb and I'm gonna hike a few more miles. So then that's less miles I have to hike tomorrow into town. I think it only leave like 16 or 17 for tomorrow, so that'll be practically a 0 day. Check this out. It's huge. Look at it compared to my hand. Wow. Hello there, it's day 101. The climb out from the lake that I camped at was very steep, so I am covered in sweat and spider webs because I was cobweb blazing it out. And they were those big spiders too, the ones with that are like dime-sized butts and they're yellow. Hopefully I don't have any crawling on me right now. Had a little bit of a run-in with some weekend warrior day campy people. I hiked to the end of the lake, which was maybe only a quarter of a mile, not too far. But there was a big open campsite and I saw 2 tents, 2 hammocks, and a tarp set up. So I figured there was a pretty large group there and they were just out at the lake. So I set my tent up at the tent site furthest from them. And a guy comes over and says, "Excuse me, this is my tent site." So I explained to him that it's public property and that I can camp there if I wish, but because he's a jerk, I'm not going to. He's like, "Don't you enjoy your privacy?" And I'm like, I kind of been hiking for the past 4 months. So anyways, he needed a little education. I may or may not have blown my whistle as I walked by at 5:30 this morning. And I'm off. 14 miles to Cascade Locks. It's about 4,500 feet of descent, about 1,000 feet of ascent. But I'm going down to 74 feet above sea level. It's the lowest point on the PCT. Sorry I'm talking a lot this morning, but I'm having a great morning. Maybe it's going to town. Maybe it's that my body and my feet feel great. So when we were at Timberline Lodge, Bohemians got a cork ball to roll out different body parts, and it rolled out my feet really, really well. It hurt so bad in the process. However, now 2 days later, my feet feel great. It feels like I've only walked like 1,000 miles, not 2,100 miles. Oh man. Carrots. Not the ice cream cone I was looking for, but I got a carrot. That's pretty cool. Washed my face, brushed my teeth, pretty much a shower. Going to get some lunch. It's day 102, and I just crossed Bridge of the Gods. Last night I put up the fundraiser for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia to raise money for pediatric cancer, and within 1 hour I exceeded my goal. I wanted to raise $502, although the sign back there said 505 miles to Canada. Different no matter where you look, 500 or so miles. But yeah, within 1 hour, I've already raised $600 and some. That's just mind-blowing to be able to use this YouTube channel, which I created to make videos to keep my friends and family informed. And everyone out there is supporting me and doing a lot bigger things than supporting me. It's just amazing. Anyways, back to the trail before I get emotional. Not sure how many miles we're gonna do. It's a huge climb out of here. Maybe 10, maybe 20, maybe somewhere in between. I don't know. I also wanted to give a little shout out to my friend Alice from back home in Pennsylvania. Alice is a trail angel now. She provided me some off-trail trail magic. She put me up in the hotel in Cascade Locks last night. She fed me dinner. I got a burger and a salad. And then this morning she treated me to breakfast. I got French toast, eggs, and sausage with some apple juice. And then some lunch just before leaving and getting back on trail. I got the biggest ice cream cone I've ever seen, as well as a salmon burger I packed out. So thank you, Alice.
Shit is climbing here. Sorry.
You better be. Only 4.1 miles or so to camp, and it's all downhill. I did not film much today because it was almost entirely uphill. I was sweating, was trying to breathe. It wasn't cute. Nobody needs to see that. And it was mostly all a green tunnel, tree cover like it is now. There were a couple views, but I was thankful to have some shade because it's pretty humid and hot still. Half of our group is only doing about half the mileage we're doing today. We're going all the way to Rock Creek. So that should be just about 20 miles or so. Ran into a couple other northbound hikers, one lasher who's doing Oregon and Washington, and then 2 other PCT hikers. The water it was a 10-mile carry, so we're all trying to get to the water for tonight. And it'll be nice to have some water to wash up because although I showered this morning, you wouldn't know by my smell. I forgot to mention one more thing. While I was hiking out of Cascade Locks, I met Anna putting in some miles on the PCT. She's one of my YouTube subscribers, and she recognized me. So she stopped me, we had a little talk, and Bohemian took a picture of her and I together. What a day. Ending with a swim.